Hello, good morning. How are you guys doing? This is Miho from Canada. So today, I've been thinking that why I wanted to start sharing my thoughts through YouTube. And this is such a scary platform for me to be on because I never used to be filmed myself, and to putting myself out there is such a scary feeling, and I had a lot of fears of being judged and criticized, and that's coming from my childhood too, almost like a trauma. And to break through that, it took me so much courage and efforts and time, and it's still now I struggle to a certain point, but it was a huge shift for me as well to put myself out there. And then why I was thinking why I wanted to share this or my thoughts or process to be where I'm at now. I struggled so much what I would say growing up to even recently regards to the relationship with especially on my mother was really bad. It affected me in many areas of my life and affected my thoughts and the feelings and the mood, everything I do. And I couldn't figure out how to make it better relationship with her. Or in general, I was so fearful of being judged and criticized, so I always or constantly worried about what other people think. So that I had very low confidence and negative talk to myself a lot too. And although I tried to be positive because I read so many books and listened to CDs and DVDs and went to seminars, and I literally invested a whole bunch of time and money and effort in this area of self-development because I really wanted to change myself from being so negative and depressed or not quite sure who I was to say people like they're thriving, their life is so happy and healthy and wealthy, and just things seems to come to them so easily, and a lot of miracles happening for them. And I thought to myself, like, why am I struggling so much? I do a lot of things that people say is supposed to be doing, but I'm not getting ahead, and I'm really stopping myself to go forward from a lot of things, and I wasn't sure why. Something was stopping me or pulling me down every time I wanted to step forward, and it really puzzled me. And so I searched and searched and searched. So it took decades or almost like half a century of my life to figure out where I'm at now. So there are so many ways to overcome your challenge, and I fear that how you deal with that, whatever the challenge that you face in your life, it's up to you. You could choose to be struggling and crying every day like I did, and talking yourself in the bad ways, or negative talk to yourself along the way, or you go along and almost like hopping through the process to go forward. And you might think people who are successful have no trouble, no issues at all, but they do. It just, they deal with them differently, and they do have more control of their thoughts and mind, and they do understand how this energy of yours affects your outcomes. So I studied a lot about this human natures and universal laws and what really truth is. So I love to share, how I came to this point from the struggled one and depressed and really didn't like myself to place where I feel much happier, more comfortable, peace and harmony in my heart. I'm more aligned to myself, and I see things much clearer, and I can see the hopes that I could do so many things. I can discover a lot of things about myself, and you can deal with your challenges much better. And when you do challenge, of course, you have the fear at the same time. Like, you do get the fear, but you can take more of the control instead of being controlled by those fears that your life gets so messed up, or it's just the hardship. So the challenge you face in your life of something that you need to experience to grow your soul or your whole being. You learn so much from that challenge that you face in your life, whatever that looks like. For me, it was a bad, struggled relationship with my own mother that really got me, because the relationship was so close, yet I couldn't get what I wanted, or it guilt tripped me to feel really bad, or it was so bad. Even to think about her got my feelings so down. And when I see her, she put me down, or the toxic relationship was there, and it really affected me. And I tried harder and harder to please her, and harder to work on my mindset, and something was missing there. And I really wanted to show people who struggle to get out of this frustrations and relationship mess, or the dream that you wanted to achieve, yet you can't quite get there. There is a missing key, and you can find that and use that for yourself to become the best version of you. So when I learned those tricks, I start to resolve a lot of things. I start to clear a lot of things. I start to like myself much better. I start to feel more independent thinkers, and more of the control of your own life, and create. It becomes a creator. So the relationship struggle for years and years got so much better, because I knew how to control the struggled feelings, and I'm much better state of being. I focus myself to become peaceful and harmonize with myself, like you do that daily. And because when you live your life you encounter so many energies, so many feelings of others too that's not yours, and you start to feel theirs too. And when you keep those feelings, you feel bad or you get affected, so you know how to release those feelings. And the fears that comes up from time to time, I do still have a lot of fears, a lot of limited beliefs, but now you know to release them. I do this constantly so that you feel more alignment to yourself and more peace and harmonize with yourself. So really there is a way to get to the place you really want it to be. And that's the process that I would like to help by showing what to do. And it really makes you feel content, being really peaceful and comfortable. You're not trying to compete with yourself or with others in a bad ways. You feel so relieved constantly, and that's a really good place to be. And it doesn't matter what kind of results you get. It's important how you become, or being, the state of being is very important to live your life fully and comfortably. So I will share what I've learned so far from time to time, and this mind shift is so key to live your life much better state. Okay, so see you soon.